The modern mind's midlife crisis. Imagine your mind is like a snow globe, peaceful, still, clear, until life gives it a good shake. Suddenly, you can't see a thing for all the whirling snowflakes of stress. Overthinking, deadlines, emails, existential dread, and maybe an Amazon package you forgot you ordered. That's where Get Some Headspace steps in. Andy Puddicombe's warm, no-nonsense invitation to calm your chaos, reclaim your attention, and live with more ease, clarity, and compassion. But don't expect a robe-wearing, incense-burning, lotus-sitting lecture. Andy, a former Buddhist monk turned modern mindfulness maestro, brings something radically refreshing to the table. Simplicity. Get Some Headspace isn't just about meditating. It's about relearning how to be with your own mind without constantly trying to fix, flee, or fight it. It's like giving your brain a spa day without the cucumber slices. Let's take a journey through London traffic, Himalayan monasteries, and the buzzing jungle of your thoughts to discover what it really means to get some headspace. Chapter 1. Meet your mind and try not to run screaming. If your mind were a roommate, it'd be the chatty, anxious one who never shuts up and rearranges the furniture at 3 a.m. Most of us have lived our entire lives inside this mental house, never once questioning the tenant who lives there. Andy starts by getting real about just how noisy our heads are and how deeply that noise affects our happiness. He talks about his own quarter life unraveling. Once a sports science student and party animal, he went through personal tragedies that sparked a drastic pivot. He gave it all up, traveled east, shaved his head, and became a monk, which is honestly a power move most of us only daydream about between cups of coffee. Through his story, Andy plants a simple truth. The mind doesn't need fixing. It just needs space. Chapter 2. Meditation demystified. No sandals required. Meditation has a PR problem. When you hear the word, what comes to mind? Maybe a robed monk chanting on a mountaintop. Maybe Gwyneth Paltrow on a cleanse. Andy's here to say, nope. You don't need to believe in crystals, shave your head, or go vegan to meditate. Instead, he breaks it down like a casual chat over coffee. Meditation is training the mind to be aware, without judgment. It's not about emptying the mind, as if that's even possible unless you're unconscious, but about observing it, like watching traffic from the sidewalk instead of running into it. The practice is simple: sit, breathe, watch your thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. That's it. And here's the kicker. Andy says you only need 10 minutes a day. That's less time than it takes to doom scroll through Instagram or debate with yourself whether or not to do yoga and then not. Chapter 3. The science bit. Don't worry, it's not boring. Even if you trust your chakras more than your chemistry teacher, Andy knows modern readers want some proof. So he offers up science, but without the migraine-inducing jargon. MRI scans show that mindfulness literally changes the structure of your brain, shrinking the fear center, the amygdala, and strengthening areas related to focus, empathy, and emotional regulation. Translation: meditation helps you freak out less, focus more, and be a better human. It reduces stress hormones, improves sleep, helps with anxiety and depression. It even boosts creativity, like finally finding the corner piece of a jigsaw puzzle you've been struggling with for months. Basically, your brain on meditation is like a plant that finally gets watered. Chapter 4. Starting small, because who has time to be enlightened? Let's get real. You're busy. We all are. Andy knows this, so he emphasizes accessibility. You don't need to go full monk mode. You just need to show up daily, briefly, consistently. He introduces the Take 10 program. 10 minutes of guided meditation for 10 days. That's it. And he knows what you're going to say, but my mind won't stop thinking. To which he replies, that's the point. Your mind will wander. That's what minds do. Meditation isn't about perfect stillness. It's about gently bringing your attention back when it drifts, without scolding yourself like a disappointed schoolteacher. So when your thoughts spiral into lunch plans or arguments you haven't had yet, just notice and return again and again. That gentle return, that's the magic. Chapter 5. Mindfulness on the move. Contrary to what the yoga posters suggest, You don't have to be sitting cross-legged on a beach at sunrise to practice mindfulness. Andy is all about everyday meditation, walking, eating, even doing the dishes. Have you ever eaten an entire packet of chips while watching Netflix and suddenly realized you have no memory of eating them? That's mindlessness. Meditation helps us turn those moments into mindful ones. He invites you to eat a single raisin, yes, a raisin, slowly, with full awareness. Sounds silly, feels weird, but it's eye-opening. You actually taste it. You notice the texture, the weight, the flavor explosion. It's like rediscovering your senses after years of autopilot. Life, it turns out, is full of raisins. You just have to pay attention. Chapter 6. Working with difficult emotions, aka not losing it at the office. Let's talk feelings. The sticky, uncomfortable, inconvenient kind. Anger, sadness, anxiety, jealousy, grief. Most of us try to outrun or suppress them like they're bees and we're shirtless at a picnic. But Andy invites us to do something radical. Sit with them. He explains how emotions are like waves. They rise, peak, and fall away. If you stop fighting, you'll notice they don't last forever. Meditation gives us the space to feel our feelings without drowning in them. The trick? Observation without judgment. You don't have to like what you're feeling. Just notice it. Label it. Let it pass. It's like watching a toddler throw a tantrum. You don't need to fix it. Just stay calm and let the storm pass. Also applies to adults on Twitter. Chapter 7. Dealing with distraction. Put down the phone. Please. We live in the age of distraction. Notifications buzz like digital mosquitoes. We scroll through feeds like slot machines, chasing dopamine hits. Focus? It's become a superpower. Andy doesn't shame us for it. Instead, he offers mindful ways to handle it. First, he helps us notice the urge to check out. That moment your brain itches for novelty. When you feel that impulse to refresh your email or Google whether or not cats dream. That pause, that space between impulse and action, that's where freedom lives. Mindfulness teaches us to choose rather than react. To be here instead of 10 tabs deep into Reddit conspiracy theories about pyramids and aliens. Chapter 8. Sleep, stress, and staying sane. Tossing and turning. Mind racing. Staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. Mentally drafting a Nobel Prize speech for a career you don't even have. Yep, Andy's been there. He shows how mindfulness can gently guide us into better sleep. Not through force, but through softness. Learning to be present with our breath, letting go of tension, and accepting whatever arises, insomnia and all. He also discusses stress not as something to eliminate, but as something to understand. Stress isn't the enemy. Our relationship to stress is the issue. When we stop resisting discomfort, it stops ruling us. It's like realizing the monster under the bed is just a pair of socks. Chapter 9. Mindful relationships. Yes, even that one coworker. Mindfulness doesn't just change how you relate to yourself, it reshapes your relationships. Andy talks about listening, not fake listening while you mentally plan dinner, but really listening, being present, dropping the mental commentary, offering attention like a gift. He shows how meditation cultivates compassion, not just toward others, but toward ourselves. And let's face it, most of us are much meaner to ourselves than we'd ever be to a friend. Meditation teaches us to treat ourselves with the kindness we've been withholding. And yes, even annoying coworkers or rude strangers become part of your practice. Each one is a tiny Buddha in disguise, offering you a chance to respond with grace or at least less sarcasm. Final thoughts, the power of a little space. At its core, Get Some Headspace is about something we rarely give ourselves. Space. Not just time, not just silence, but space to be, space to notice, space to feel without fixing, space between thoughts, between reactions, between the person we are and the person we're becoming. Andy doesn't promise a perfect life. He doesn't promise enlightenment or constant bliss. What he offers is better. A daily practice of showing up, gently, honestly, without judgment. Meditation won't solve all your problems, but it will help you stop creating new ones. So the next time your mind feels like a shaken snow globe,